1995 saw the launch of two monumental products, Microsoft Windows 95 and the first ever crossover SUV, the Toyota RAV4. Coincidence? Yes. But unlike Windows, the RAV4 keeps getting better with every new generation, and a mid-cycle update adds a much-needed dose of character and variety to the crossover that started it all. It may have taken 20 years for it to finally happen, but in our opinion, the latest RAV4 looks fantastic. The front end imparts an aggressive, yet upscale feel without resorting to Toyota's recent infatuation with shiny black plastic. Much is the same story out back, whereas the interior sheds a measure of style in the name of functionality. We're big fans of the Entune infotainment system's multi-tile home screen and straightforward interface, but Toyota's senseless decision to reject Apple CarPlay and Android Auto might dissuade some tech-savvy buyers. Overall materials quality is good, except on the outboard armrests, and the driving position is both neutral and accommodating for a variety of body types. Aside from the inexcusable lack of air vents, the rear quarters provide ample legroom and headroom for a 6-footer's frame, thanks in part to a nearly flat floor and reclining seatbacks. And while we wish the bean counters at Toyota hadn't scrapped the rear seat fold-down levers in the cargo area just to save a few bucks, the RAV4 features the largest cargo bay among compact crossovers, along with an impressively low load-in height. The first thing you'll notice about the RAV4 when you get behind the wheel is nothing, and that's the point. While on the highway it is one of the noisiest vehicles in this class, everything else about the RAV4's driving dynamics hits that sweet spot between comfort and sport. Yes, it may not be particularly fun to drive, but honestly, I have yet to drive a compact SUV that is. Some models like the Mazda CX-5 and Ford Escape are widely regarded as the most fun to drive small crossovers out there, but really, they're just less boring to drive than others. Motivation comes courtesy of a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine mated to a well-behaved 6-speed automatic transmission. With 176 horsepower and 172 pound-feet of torque on tap, it may not be a practical powerhouse like the Ford Escape or Kia Sportage, but never did we find ourselves yearning for additional power during passing and merging situations. Fuel economy averages in the mid-20 mpg range until you step up to the segment-exclusive hybrid variant, which, despite additional power and standard all-wheel drive, returned a real-world fuel economy average of 31.2 mpg. Best of all, this is a no-cost hybrid option. You heard right, all-wheel drive versions of conventionally powered XLE and Limited trims share the same sticker price as their hybrid counterparts. Add to that strong predicted residual values, and the RAV4 Hybrid is easily one of the best values in the mainstream marketplace. Speaking of which, the RAV4 starts right around $25,000, placing it on the higher end of the compact SUV pricing spectrum, next to rivals like the Honda CR-V and Jeep Cherokee. Lower-priced alternatives like the Hyundai Tucson, Mazda CX-5, and Subaru Forester begin closer to $24,000 while including a similar level of standard equipment. Nevertheless, an entry-level RAV4 still lands you goodies like 17-inch alloys, roof rails, 8 airbags including a driver's knee airbag, a backup camera, and a great-sounding 6-speaker audio system linked to a 6.1-inch touchscreen. For an extra $2,000 or so, XLE trims add a height-adjustable power liftgate, dual-zone climate control, and a moonroof, while range-topping Limited models bring a larger 7-inch touchscreen, synthetic leather upholstery, and Toyota's Safety Sense suite of active driving aids comprised of adaptive cruise control, pre-collision braking, lane departure warning, and automatic high beams. Sliding between the XLE and Limited models is a new SE grade, which adds sportier exterior styling, sharper steering calibration, and firmer suspension, though again, this package was never intended to thrill. Add a 360-degree camera system and 11-speaker JBL audio system to the mix, and a fully loaded RAV4 checks in just under $36,000. It may not be the most exciting vehicle in this category, but it is impressively well-rounded. As far as safe bets go, you can't do much better than the RAV4.
Who's a good bee? Who's the best bee in the whole world? Who's a good bee? Who's a good bee? Oh, where you going? Oh, who's another good bee? Who's the best bee?